Everybody. So here's the next thing that we're going to be looking at using our skills of simplifying square roots and Pythagorean theorem. It's called Pythagorean word problems. Notice the directions up here. It says solve each of the following. Please draw a picture, and that's critical. It's drawing a picture. Use the Pythagorean theorem to solve. Be sure to label all answers and leave answers in exact radical form. That means I'm going to let you guys use your calculator to help. But your answer, if it has a simplified square root in it, you need to leave it and not give me a decimal answer. Okay, so the bottom of the ladder must be placed 3 feet from a wall. Let's draw a wall over here. Okay, don't get too fancy, but I'm going to call it wall. And it says the bottom is 3 feet from the wall. So here's my ladder. And it is 3 feet from the wall. 3 feet. And it says the ladder is 12 feet long. 12 feet. How far above the ground does the ladder touch the wall? Let's call it X for the distance above the ground. Now, take a look at this triangle. We're going to assume, and a lot of times you're going to be assuming that this is a right angle. Most of the time it is, right? When a wall is perpendicular to the ground. There are some exceptions, but most of the time it is. But please make those assumptions. All right, so the Pythagorean theorem applies, right? Because I know two sides of a triangle. So a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. Okay. This is my hypotenuse. So I go x squared plus 3 squared equals 12 squared. X squared plus 9 equals 144. Minus 9 from both sides, x squared equals 135. And square root both sides. And I get x is equal. And so now here comes that skill that we worked on Monday through Wednesday a week ago. Largest perfect square that goes into 135. And so I make a list of perfect squares. I know 64 is about half, but I know that doesn't. And I know 1 doesn't. So here are my candidates for possibilities that could go into 135. With a little exploration, and you can use your calculator to help if you like, you're going to figure out that 9 times something. 9 times, let me double check. 9 times 15 goes into 135. Okay, so I write this as 9 times 15, and I have the square root of 9 times square root of 15. I get 3 root 15, and this is feet as my answer. It says to label your answer, so please give me the units. And that is your simplified answer. One quick little check, are there any more perfect squares that go into 15? And the answer is no. So that's what you're faced with. The critical thing is drawing a picture, using the Pythagorean theorem, and then using your simplifying skills. That's 3 important, tough concepts that we got to work on over the next couple of days. Let's do one more. Soccer field is rectangle. So here's a rectangular soccer field. 90 meters wide, 90 meters, and 120 meters long. And I kind of wish, if you look at my picture, this looks longer than that. Does it matter? Let's see. And I might want to redraw my picture, because sometimes if you have it decently to scale, it might help you answer the question. But let's just hang on. Coach asked the players to run from one corner diagonally to the other one. How far do the players run? Okay, so let's call this D for the diagonal. Assuming this is a right angle, and I do know this about soccer fields, the playing field is a rectangle. Okay, a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. This one is the hypotenuse, right? Because it's opposite the right angle. 90 squared plus 120 squared equal d squared. Okay, this one is 8100 plus 14400 equals d squared. Add those together. Okay, let me get my calculator to help me out there. And you're encouraged to do that too. 81 plus 144, whoops, I typed in the wrong number. 8100, there we go, plus 14400 equals, and I get 22500. Now that's a huge number, right? But here's what I recognize. This is 225 times 100. Okay? These are both perfect squares going up to here. The square root of 225 times the square root of 100 equals D. This is 15. This is 10. It turns out that that huge number, this, was a perfect square because 15 times 10 is 150. 150 times 150 is equal to 22500. And this is meters. And so the answer is 150 meters. And so there it is. We'll do more practice of this on boards and in class to make sure that you get the hang of it. Thanks for listening.